there. It is Sunday, preach from the mountaintop. I don't know what day it is. I think it's June. No, it's May. May 25th, maybe? I want to talk about love today. Romantic love. There's three stages of romantic love. There is the period of infatuation. Oh gosh, I hope it's not too windy for you to hear this. Period of infatuation, number one. Number two, period of disillusionment. Number three, period of reconciliation. So in the first stage, and the only way a relationship can last in a healthy way is to get into the third period of reconciliation. So the first period of infatuation, that is Tom Cruise jumping on Oprah's couch, high on Oxycontin, and about Katie Holmes. And that's the glue. I mean, people think, oh, that's the addiction part. Yeah, it is. It's the part that makes you addicted enough to that person that when you move into the second period, which is the period of disillusionment, you'll actually stay put and work on it. If there's willingness on both sides. For the second period, we'll get to that. So the first period, you're actually infatuated. Infatuation can come right away or after a while. If it comes right away, people call that love at first sight. People call that I knew I was going to marry them as soon as I saw them. Yeah, that's just chemistry, hormones, oxytocin. Hello. So it can start there. It can come right away. Or that period of infatuation, you can meet somebody, start getting to know them, and they start growing on you, and you can become infatuated a little bit more slowly. You know, either way is fine. Either way it works the same, works like glue. It can last anywhere from 1 month up to 3 months, or sometimes even longer. 6 months or a year sometimes. Period of infatuation. The period of disillusionment was when you start realizing that person actually has flaws, or when your patterns start surfacing and they start realizing, wow, you're not perfect. And no one is, so that's perfect that we realize that, wow, you're not perfect, I'm not perfect. The period of disillusionment. So we become disillusioned, and that infatuation wears off a little bit during that time, and we may get glimpses of it. If you have a passionate relationship at this point in time, you're going to have passionate fights. You're going to make up, break up, make up, break up, make up, break up. You might actually have an explosion and break up at that time. If you are more even keel kind of people, this is the point where you will fall into silence and start doing the zombie walk. And that's why I never stand up and clap at the dinner parties where they say, Mr. and Mrs. Smith have been married for 50 years, and everybody claps and cheers. I don't. Because I don't know if it's 50 years of misery doing the zombie walk or the passionate explosions, or if it's 50 years of really healthy relationship that managed to get into the third stage, which is the period of reconciliation. Period of reconciliation is when you have the mental emotional maturity and the willingness to stay put in the relationship and talk things out and meet each other in the middle and realize there's going to be things that you get your way, and there's going to be times when your beloved, they get their way. And that's a more mature beloved relationship. And you work together on things. And you keep the big things like trust and showing up behind your word. And there's no lower level obstacles to trip you up like drug or alcohol addictions or lying. So if you have the grace to realize during the period of disillusionment, oh, okay, we're not perfect, we're going to have to work on this, and you're both willing, there has to be willingness. Sometimes just one person's willing. I've seen people stuck there where they're willing but their mate is not, and they keep on dragging it out, and oh honey, let's work on it, and they keep on like talking the person back in or guilt tripping them back in. What about the kids? Yeah. So both people have to be willing, and if your beloved's not willing, you have to be willing to let them go. And if you will let them go, sometimes they can come back around. But you have to do what I call get on with your happy life. So if you're both not willing and you're the only willing one, you have to say thank you and goodbye. I love you and I deserve somebody who's mad about me and wants to work on it and get through things and get into the third period of reconciliation. And I'm going to get on with my happy life. So that is the preach from the mountaintop today. And now I'm about to get on with my happy life and go for a second date to meet a guy right now who actually managed to kiss me last night. I'm into trying new things. I don't have any rules. Don't have rules. Okay? But willingness and respect. And, you know, if you're going to have love, there has to be respect and friendship and affinity. All right. I hope you're all having an amazing Sunday. Mwah! Bye.